Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the last game for today. It's gone so fast already.
Really has.
Can't believe we're already down to our last game. I'm Stress, alongside me, DDK. We've brought you all the action here today from the FACEIT CSGO Spring Pro League, and we have another great game. 4 for 4 on great games. To be honest, 8 amazing teams means every day we're going to have 4 great games. So, we've got 2 brilliant teams here for our last game of the day.
NIP. Don't need to say anything else. NIP, I mean, that's usually what everyone comes here for. But I have to say, LDLC, who they're going to be facing up against, are quickly becoming one of my favorites, because every time I really looked at their games, what I see is a lot of thought, a lot of practice, a lot of dedication and commitment to the game. And their results are showing exactly that, because LDLC are, in my opinion, they're not quite dignitas, but I feel like in some sense they have a similar thing going on. It's a similar level of team who have the same ability to create upsets. Like LDLC, Dignitas to me are on more or less the same level. That's my personal opinion. Both teams are amazing, have their own styles. But for me, I feel like NIP, you can't doubt their consistency though.
As you can see, we are on the knife round. I think that's giving LDLC a big stick to live up to.
You reckon?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, we saw Dignitas just take VP to a very close game. I don't know, but LDLC, let's give them credit where credit is due. I hope I'm getting this right. Copenhagen Games. Unfortunately, I was casting another tournament at the same time, so I'm pretty sure I caught the VODs, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was LDLC that beat a Titan. Yeah, it was LDLC beat their French counterparts in Copenhagen Games, I want to say.
Didn't they? No, weren't they at a different LAN in Portillas, or am I completely wrong? No, I'm wrong. It's Clan Mystic.
Yeah, Mystic won Gamers Assembly.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, it was
all right, there's so many events. What's going on?
4 events happened that weekend, and yeah.
We're getting into the knife round.
We're after the knife round, I believe. We just had the knife round.
Sorry, the pistol round. Let's focus here.
Yeah, focus.
Let's focus. We got this.
We're on
we got
Dust
this
2.
stress.
I know where we're at. Uzi dropped very low, as is Exist here, and NIP, last time I saw them play on Dust 2, I believe, was in the best of 3 against Dignitas the other day, and I believe they were successful there, but they're going blow for blow here with LDLC. NIP are a man down, and Exist is still pretty low, so what can LDLC get done here?
So this is a really cool round here from NIP, and it didn't work out so well, but as we said, as I'm saying that, let's give it to FIFA and Exist and throw in the chance that they might be able to do it here. But look at this beautiful stuff from Apex there, coming in, sandwiching FIFA, and Swedish sandwich created there. And now they're going to be able to get the bomb down free of charge over at the A bomb site. And Exist, there's next to nothing he can do here. But I want to highlight it as soon as this round ends. I'm going to open up the map and draw some stuff. It's going to be cool.
We're going to get the first drawing.
Yeah, the first drawing of the tournament. But we have the round going on still, and I mean, Exist. I don't want to count him out, even with 6 health. Let's see what Exist can do. They're taking it really slow here. Of course, Maniac and Uzi are really low, so they do want to play this together. And of course, the bomb being down on the site, they're not taking any risks. They're not going to peek. They're just not taking any single risks, and that's how you should be playing against NIP. And of course, you can see Exist caught a nasty headshot from distance, having all of his armor intact, but most of his health gone. But what NIP did there was they did the boost, and this boost is really, really, really effective. Only really if you get support coming in around here from mid, and that's what we saw there. But the problem is that Forrest, who was supporting mid, actually got dinked from long range. So then it was no longer safe for him to peek, so he couldn't provide the support. So then when Freiburg went out, he got taken down. He had no support, so it was really tough from then on.
Get Right has got a Nova. So they've invested a lot into this round, and they're going to pressure up all the way into long, and they've pushed them back. But this is actually a great round so far from NIP. They're getting a lot of damage down onto LDLC, and they have the one-man advantage, and they've pushed them all the way back to mid. Oh, Exist turns the corner. Uzi gets shot straight between the eyes, and NIP just making this work.
And look at this position from Maniac. He's got players from all sides here. He's going to actually find the kill onto Exist, but not before taking a huge amount of damage. And that flurry of bullets from Exist may be the difference there to really stop Maniac from really being alive here. And his teammate, Kaylee, is actually on the site. So, and he's got the bomb. So he's just checking every single position to make sure that he can plant and at least get the bomb down before dying. So Kaylee is going to go for this.
NIP are pretty far away, so at least LDLC got the money from that, but that is not what they would be wanting from their second round here. And Kaylee with the 1v3. If he can get... Oh, Get Right is going to turn that corner, takes his head off. No chance of him getting Forest. Get wrecked, yeah. It's NIP. That was a quick comeback from being one round down.
Yeah, it really was. I mean,
an aggressive comeback as well.
This is one of the reasons as well why NIP are so consistent, is because even in the spots when they're down, and this is also, of course, another great feature about CSGO, is it makes the pistol rounds or the ecos much more interesting, because you can just buy, a cute little weapon, or like, Get Right, let's just go for a shotgun, You can do stuff like that and actually make it work. You couldn't do that at 1.6, but these players are so skilled, they can do this kind of stuff and get out with some crazy results. And that 1-to-1, LDLC not getting the start that they maybe deserved.
And FIFLaren investing in the no helmet but AWP buy here, and that's a big set of kills out by Exist. Oh my goodness, didn't quite catch him on the screen, but Exist putting in the work. FIFLaren manages to round that one out. Didn't even need the AWP on that occasion. And NIP looks like they're pretty good.
They are certainly very good, and this is a Swedish map, man. This is the map of the Swedes. I'll probably say that every single map is a Swedish map because it's a Swede-dominated sport, if you will. But we can see FIFLaren there rocking the AWP. He's going to get smoked off though, so not much to do there. This is the boost over the smoke. Love this. This is really nice bit of team play here. You can't sit there forever, of course, but it's really nice to try this because it's not expected. That's the whole thing. It's like, oh, we smoked that spot. It's going to be hard for him, but he has the support.
Yeah, LDLC not playing quickly into that, so no chance of them getting picked off quite yet by that totem stack the other side of doors. But NIP are pretty confident in their positioning here. They've put 3 all the way over on A, but LDLC are playing very slow. They're going to come through the mid doors. The spray down is not quite there for Forest. He picked up 1 as it looks like Kaylee managed to pick him up from mid, but they're still stuck in this mid. Although there's Apex dropping Freiburg. Get Right answers it. Can they get onto one of these sites? Oh, they're in a little bit of trouble, but a turnaround. Kaylee just putting in so much that round.
Love the spray control there from Kaylee. Very, very controlled. And Kaylee putting himself on the board there with that AK-47 and tying things up for Team LDLC as we move into the 5th round. And FIFLaren still with that open. Exist, more importantly. Oh, beautiful stuff from FIFLaren. And look at that. He hands over the AWP to Get Right. And that is interesting. And that's because they're playing it based on the spawns. Fifi had the best spawn. And look at this. Exist now. He's got that Scar. And I just want to see some Scar action. I'm craving it.
I think we've seen one in every game now today. I want to say, I'm trying to remember the VP Dig game, whether there was actually a Scar, but we're seeing a lot of it, and if you can get one of those spots where a Scar, you can just really just open up, as you were saying, and pick up a couple of kills, then it's a great weapon in situations. Apex got taken down by Forest, and Exist is just patiently waiting this out.
He's just going to sit there all day. And Auto Direct is happy to sit there all day with him because he's got the Scar and you get the highest priority. But we do have a push up catwalk from LDLC. We see Forrest here just watching very well. He got a kill there when one LDLC member pushed the upper tunnels. But he is just very responsible with that position. But now we have the push coming on Cat. Can they hold on to the A bomb side?
Can they indeed? Flashes have come through and the rotator's out. Exist already gets that Scar shot working for him, but does get dropped by Uzi, and now they're trying to get the plant, but from Goose, FIFLaren wasn't quite able to get it. Uzi called his bluff as Freiburg has now turned the corner, picked up the Scar for himself. Forest takes out Happy, and that is NIP once again regaining control.
And there you go, 3-2. And this is amazing. Like some of the plays that LDLC have made to actually bring the contention back to the pressure back onto NIP have been very explosive and just off the back of just sublime executional prowess. These beautiful plays. Not necessarily strategy or necessarily coordination, but these players, each and every one, is so skilled. And that's what's really keeping them in this so far, because NIP, they've been doing such a good job just overall being solid and unpredictable on the CT half.
LDLC down to an eco though, so tough round for them. They're against an AWP and a Scar, so they've got to be careful turning corners on this one. There's a lot of spots on Dust 2 that you can kind of edge out and instantly get your head taken off, as you know, LDLC are going to be all the more aware of that now that they're on an eco. No armor, no anything to allow them to survive through any kind of pre-firing out by NIP. Oh, actually, Forest getting dropped incredibly low here. Grenades come through and tag Happy, but nobody has fallen for either team yet.
And here we go, we're going to get right, just cutting them down in the longhouse over there, and just systematically LDLC are getting shut down. And it was quite gorgeous to see when I pulled up the map there, the overview. We saw that everywhere that LDLC wanted to go was smoked. Cat was smoked and Long was smoked. And oh my goodness, LDLC, Kaylee, what's happening here? As we go third person there, to just look into the eyes of Freiburg to see the murderous intent, the cold dead stare. And 4-2 is now the score, as NIP are just very, very strong on the defense.
They requested a pause though, so we've got a moment to soak this in.
To reflect.
And reflect on how good NIP are playing so far. And it looks like Freiburg disconnected from the game, so maybe a couple of little issues with his connection, but hopefully it won't take too long to sort out here. So LDLC are playing very slowly, playing very passively, and they're almost playing into NIP's hands. He was saying that as soon as you brought the overview up, NIP already had smoked out all of the areas that LDLC would have been pushing, and if you're on an eco or you know, behind on weapons when you're playing against the AWP, against the Scar, and you're playing slowly, as soon as you peek, unless you've got the flashes and the smokes and everything to kind of blitz in, it's difficult. It's difficult to get any kind of control of the map.
And also, NIP is so experienced, they're going to be thinking all the time, okay, we know what we would do in this position. They obviously know a lot about LDLC as well. I mean, NIP are a professional team. They are going to be obviously watching a lot of these games that these teams are playing. And it looks like we're actually going back into the game. So maybe we can drop on that point. I can finish it later on. But now is the time for action as we jump straight back into NIP versus Team LDLC here live on FACEIT TV for the CSGO FACEIT Spring League. The first day of games. This is the last one of tonight. So let's see now if LDLC are able to bring this one back.
Oh, they're already getting just clipped through that upper mid area as Uzi down to 60 health. He's got to be careful here because one dink will take him off pretty quickly here, but they weren't able to full buy either. Look, Kaylee not full armor, Maniac no armor at all, so they're in a tough spot. Even though they ecoed last round, they just haven't really been picking up enough to get themselves in a position to buy properly to give them the effectiveness they need, and NIP are just going to play this slow. They've been in this position so many times where they're ahead. They know they don't need to do anything rash to let it go, and really it's from that bold play in round 2. There's actually LDLC will pick up their first of the round as Kaylee drops one. Maniac gets a second, and it's Forest that will answer that. 3 against 3, but look at how low LDLC are. They are, however, onto that B site. They will get the plant. That'll give them the economy, and now NIP have got the retake. They got some quite expensive weapons, and Apex is actually going to drop Freiburg and retreat back into lower tunnels, and I don't know, is this worth NIP even trying to contest this?
Definitely not with Exist having a Sky. He needs to keep that alive, and he will do just that against Maniac. And, I mean, there's no way that there's going to be a retake here, especially for us on such low points of health. And Exist never, like, you never really want to risk that weapon. I mean, it costs so much. It costs like 5k. That is some sick money right there. It's a big investment. So keeping it alive, pretty smart there. And Forest almost going down, but they got things under control. But Team LDLC, as you pointed out previously, they were pretty much pushed to a position where they had to buy with the money, because if there's no point to eco there. They pretty much had the buys, so they went for it. It was very, very marginal, but they managed to actually get the round, and that is a massive deal because this is going to really be wearing on the economy of NIP. CT is so hard to hold on to the economy on Dust 2, really hard. You have to buy so much more. You need the orbs, really. And here we go. Forest, that push up middle, not expected at all from LDLC.
LDLC just getting completely caught unawares in tunnels. Will spray through the connector doors and pick up Freiburg. Looking maybe for a second, but there isn't anybody there. Because maybe LDLC will look to push long. NIP have already started to rotate. They've actually left B site completely open, but saying that looks like Forest will rotate back to it. LDLC very slow, very patient again, and I wonder whether it's too slow. Playing against the Scar, is it too slow to be pushing like this? They've chunked through quite a few of their grenades. They do have a good few flashes left, but Get Right picks up one, does get taken down in the end. Here comes the Scar opening up, and Exist makes it work again.
And that Scar is so damn strong on Dust 2, and it's kind of a trademark of Exist as well on the A bomb site. You know, that's something he always has in his hands that he's always using, and you can see the effectiveness of it is so good. I mean, the AWP, you miss a shot, they gain some ground. You have to try to take cover. The Sky, you just keep pressing mouse 1 and just keep going for it. And 5-3 is the score now as NIP managed to. The thing is, the LDLC are doing an insanely good job so far, and it's really taking everything from NIP. They're scraping by basically.
Yeah, they are. I don't think that the scoreboard. Oh no, the LDLC have taken 3 rounds so far. I think the scoreboard probably accurately does reflect how this is going. But oh, that was a. Nearly from Kaylee was a free kill there onto Forest, but Forest takes him down as Uzi does pick up Forest. Oh, Exist again with that Scar is going to take down Apex, and A site just doesn't seem like it's an option right now. Oh, FACEIT is going to take down Uzi in the middle, and he's looking for more here. Spray through the doors. Can he wallbang this one? As he has got Maniac pretty low.
Definitely. I mean, this is one of those rounds for Team LDLC where they're not necessarily looking for the plant. After they've lost like a couple players, they've done a 2-for-1 trade in mid, because it's going to be so difficult to actually pull that off, especially on a map like this where there's so much to play with on the long ranges. The rifles are so overpowering, Scar overpowering on those ranges. So they're going to be looking to try to isolate one player or catch one player, try to get some money damage in onto NIP. Because again, the money damage is a really big deal. A really big deal, because imagine NIP's game if they don't have that Scar, if they don't have the AWPs, it's completely different, and it allows LDLC, if they are aware of these factors, to do completely different plays and to feel safe in many other spots that otherwise they wouldn't feel safe in. And so far that previous play on mid proved quite successful, so maybe they're going to go for that again.
Maybe they will, but FACEIT did invest in that AWP. Looks like they pushed out into that mid area, looking towards B. They're going to rotate out towards the bomb site. One jumping through window. Uzi will pick up a kill in middle of it. It's getting traded back and forth. 2 against 3 now, as Forest does drop low, but have they made their way onto the bomb site? They've got onto the bomb site, but Maniac has had to be forced all the way out of tunnels. Happy evens up the numbers, and now A is actually completely open. Bomb site A, nobody there for NIP.
Yeah, they're just going to do a complete circle of the map, both teams here, as Happy holds that area there, the overpass, and see if he can actually catch someone moving from B. And they're going to be aware of that as well. So Happy now has to reposition himself over onto short, as Maniac's going to go for the dive across. And there's someone there, does make it across though, and he will get that bomb down as he punches in the numbers. That bomb does drop, and we're at a 63 scoreline. This is a really big round for LDLC to pick up, to destabilize the economy of NIP.
Oh, Exist. Oh, is lucky to get away with his life there. They couldn't quite get the damage down from Maniac. He's already assuming one's going. Oh my goodness, that shot from Forest. Halfway across the map takes down Maniac. Happy will drop Exist, and now it's all on Happy.
Wow.
Will take Forest out, but that shot
Gets the Scar.
does pick up the Scar, so the tables have turned.
Yeah, they've turned indeed. And so let's see what NIP are actually going to do with their buy here, because the AWP does go on to Exist, but the FAMAS on 5th are in. So definitely, this is a big round to win for LDLC, because they're going to be forcing ecos from NIP if they can win this round, and then it's basically pretty much at 6-6. They pretty much tied up the game. And this work with the Scar, there it is, popping off Exist head with his own Scar.
Oh,
The
dear.
humanity of it all.
He was putting shots left and right of your head, and you peaked again.
Yeah, he's like, I've got a helmet, man. Come on,
yeah,
what's
I've
it good
totally
for?
got this, guys. Don't worry about it. No, peeks his head out, gets taken all the way off the map by Happy. No chance of a second chance on that one. And now LDLC may be feeling content. Maybe. They've got 4 rounds. They've still got plenty of rounds to take on their T side. They can maybe extend this to a 9-6.
If they know where the AWP is, here they have a really big chance. Because if they can figure out where Get Right is with their AWP, and they basically play away from the AWP and play onto the site, let's say if Get Right's over on A, play on B. The thing is that Get Right with the AWP, he's much more immobile, and then they're kind of on 3 players or 2 to 3 players for a quick response. So LDLC, if they can make a fast play on, and they're doing a B split here, which is like the perfect play to make, but we can actually see that, oh, here come in the frags, but they do take down the player on plateau, so they've got B now, and they're going to get the plant.
They've got B. They unfortunately have lost control of that Scar as Maniac will take out Freiburg in the tunnels. Now it's a 2v3. They kind of want to save, I would imagine. Happy says he doesn't like the weapon, I guess. Did drop there. And Get Right maybe looking at angle into the site. Oh, Forrest jumps right into 3 members of LDLC. Not too sure why he was going in quite so confidently through window, but did get taken down. Exist saying it's nerfed.
Yeah, and they did exactly the right play. I don't know if they figured it out or not, and whether it was luck or not, but they played away from Get Right, and Get Right was really far away, and he had to switch for a FAMAS to actually help his teammates there. And we can actually see that he lost the AWP because he wasn't able to go back around for the AWP in time. So he has an AK, but AK is much less costly than an AWP. So definitely a big victory, a small victory there for LDLC, who now go 6-5 and have forced the eco. But we're seeing a boost here with Get Right with the AK. He's going to be the front man for this.
Yeah, that is going to be a tough one for Get Right to do, because nobody from LDLC is actually pushing that way. So it was a good boost, but didn't really come to too much, as LDLC maybe a little bit too wise on that one.
It does tell them, though, like, kind of where they can be. It's like,
yeah,
you're not mid, so you're probably either long or B.
it does give them good information. I'll give them that. Yeah, it's not quite the effect that they would have liked to it.
Yeah, not the frags
Get
they
Right
wanted,
sitting
yeah.
around the corner just sprays down 4 members. But no, it gives them the information, and you can see that they are reacting with it. They know that most members are kind of on the A side of things. Oh, there's Get Right making good use of that AK, but he does get instantly shut down. LDLC are making short work here of NIP on NIP's kind of semi-eco round, but we have an even scoreline. Gotta get used to saying that. Gotta get used to saying that.
Yeah.
We had it a
You
good
better,
few
man.
times tonight.
In this FACEIT CS Spring League, you are going to need to get used to that. There is going to be so many of these kinds of games, but this is the kind of scoreline that I was expecting. The thing is, though, LDLC are playing out of their minds to accomplish this. The amount of individual skill they're displaying to go toe-to-toe with NIP in this way, because Dust 2, it is a very executional-based map. You've got to hit your shots. There's a lot of open spaces, and look at this aggression coming in from mid, but very defensive play from LDLC, toning down the pace, and NIP are getting dismantled.
Oh man, and this is a buy round for NIP, if I'm not mistaken, and they have just been taken completely to the cleaners here. Only 1 man remains, and that's Fivlaren with that M4, but he's all the way over on short. He may be able to pick one up here from Apex, but there's a second member of LDLC here. Oh, Fivlaren wasn't quite in the right spot, as Apex did take him down, and LDLC take the lead.
Yeah, no 1 versus 5 clutch from Fifi there, so unfortunate. But as you said, 7-6 now the score in favor of the Frenchies. Team LDLC, the French lineup is very strong, showing that, there are a lot of good teams in France. France is a really good nation when it comes to CS. LDLC, if they could take a victory here, that would be massive. That would be insanely huge to get the points over NIP. And here we go. We've got Fifferin actually pushing in for a bit of a peek on the longhouse. Not going to catch much. And we see, again, another defensive round from LDLC as they know exactly what they're playing against.
But they've played kind of aggressive over at B site, already taken 1 down, and Happy even picked up a kill to begin the round as well. So they've got 2 men advantage, and they know it. And they know that NIP really don't have anything this round. there's not a lot that NIP can do on this round apart from maybe a 1D gotta get right here. As he maybe was looking to peek through that smoke. Has fallen all the way back to B though, so you know, LDLC a bit subject to those Deagle shots firing through CT, but Deagle meets AWP. AWP is going to win that one 9 times out of 10. And Vivlaren, couldn't quite get it. Did get it, though, onto Apex. It's not enough.
That's an improvement, though. Last time he got one as well. That's
But LDLC building some speed here. Building a foundation, maybe, to take NIP to the limit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see if LDLC managed to do this or not, because it's going to be close no matter what.
5 AWPs. LDLC are a little bit confident.
Yeah,
it was
the last round,
today.
So
yeah, I told myself as the round began that it's last round, so and then like completely forgot.
But then to actually see the 5 AWPs,
I
you're
was
like,
what? I'm so confused. But that tells you how much money they had at the end of that
of course. It's a really nice strategy to do, because you got the money. Why not spend the money and have 5 dudes looking straight at those double doors, because there is just no loss for that, and then switch over to the AK if you got the money. So definitely big half from LDLC. I would say that CT is a bit harder, because the thing about CT side is that it's so easy to get destabilized on the economy, because your buyers are so much bigger and or so much more in cost. Probably so much bigger. Did I even go to school? I don't know.
It's okay. I'm still blinded by the fact I got baited by 5 AWPs. But Maniac already picks up 1 Apex, fires in with a second. It's 2 AWPs left for NIP, but 5 members of LDLC do remain. And Forrest is in a pretty tight spot here, maybe looking for a frag around the side, but I think LDLC know they're dropping out of the skies. Maniac flies in like his namesake. Happy picks up a 4th, and this could be a clean round. Can they pick up the 5-0? Nope. Freiburg is going to answer back.
Lined up.
I said it and then kind of nearly corrected myself of maybe LDLC can end this 9-6 in the first half. And lo and behold, they've done it.
Yeah, these guys running with the momentum that they created out of their awesome plays. And let's see if what they're able to do on the defensive side, because this is the momentum breaker. It's like, okay, pistol round. Let's see what happens here. So far we have NIP sending everyone but Exist. Exist is there to spot.
Oh, man. They're going to... if they go straight for B, they would have got straight in on this.
And Exist should have been able to tell them that, what's going on. And look, they know that there's a push on Cat. They should be just rushing into B right here, but they're just sticking around at the moment. And LDLC are dismantling them again, taking them apart piece by piece. It is 4-on-3 at the moment, but there's still so much that can be done for NIP to salvage this round.
LDLC is so heavily stacked on A right now, but NIP didn't get all the information they needed. They knew there was a push on short, but of course they can't read that Happy is all the way over on the back of site. There's no way of them knowing, and they're going to play right into their hands here. NIP pushing forward. Oh my goodness, Apex with a quick triple headshot is going to make quick work of NIP. And that was a risky play, leaving B completely empty, but it paid off nonetheless.
Yeah, it's really interesting, because Exist, his role should only have been to spot there and see, okay, just count how many players are going where, get some information, because 4 players, 5 players on a straight up B rush or split doesn't make a huge difference. So there's a lot more value to doing that. But then they just slowed down and they tried to fight against LDLC. LDLC had, for a large part, better positions all the way until the Cat push when NIP had better positions. But Apex doesn't care. He just came out huge with those headshots, and now the LC, they go ahead 10-6. Here we go, the B, or rather the mid push is coming in, and the Cat push.
Maniac looking for the famous shots, does get them on to Freiburg. Get Right actually answers by picking Uzi off, but Happy is making very, very, very quick work of NIP now. Will end up falling. They're going to get the plant out there. Yes, it does go down. 3 members of LDLC are going to look to go aggressive here through onto the point, but Exist manages to take down Maniac. It's now a 2v1. Vivlaren does even it up. Can he make sure they secure this? No, Apex will secure it. He has enough time for the defuse. Only 8 health remaining, but LDLC 11-6 up now.
Yeah, and this kind of stuff has happened to NIP on Dust 2 before, where they've being taken out by teams that have nothing to lose, which is more or less every team against NIP, because it's like, well, you're kind of good, aren't you? You're pretty much the best. So if we lose against you, no one's gonna, say anything bad about that. And LDLC are doing a really good job at the moment. And the problem for NIP stands to be that, well, I say the problem for NIP, there's no problem, because in the hands of Forest is a scout. So all is forgiven. I'm sure he's going to do a lot with this. This should be interesting to see as they go for that buy with the Galils and the scout and an AKs. I would expect something pretty aggressive on mid and cat here from them, but they have to work out the positions of LDLC.
Nobody's peeking for LDLC, so a scout's great, but not if everybody just stays in cover and lets you push into them. So you've got to make sure you turn the corners. This get right gets dropped. Make sure that you turn him and get that shot instantly, even hiding behind the barrel, and gets dropped. Oh my goodness, Scout does nothing as Kaylee makes sure he doesn't get anything from it.
And yeah, Kaylee, holding tight to that site, denying the entry there. That puts a huge block on the A-bomb site there, and it gives them a lot of security to focus their efforts 3-on-2 here over on long, and then sweep back for a 3-on-1. I mean, it's all under control, but Freiburg, with that technical ability of his, is just tapping him down with that Pyjamas. Can he get the last one? Oh, the Gleel rather, but he can't get the last one. So 12-6. What are we seeing? I mean, I don't know if LDLC expected that buy, but they played it perfectly.
All I can say is there are going to be some people in chat that have got the nerves going, that put huge on LDLC. If you are one of those people that likes to put your skins down on a team.
Yeah. I told you, man, LDLC, they got game.
Well, that's what we were saying, is they came through such a tough qualifier to get here, beating Reason, beating the newly reformed 10 lineup. And, there's so many good teams right now that any team, right, I feel in a best of one can take the game against any other team. It doesn't matter whether you're NIP, although NIP have still got plenty of rounds to even this one back up.
Yeah.
It was a very similar situation on the first half with NIP taking control. We'll see whether NIP can regain control, but that's not how you do it. But the physics going straight to work there as... that's Happy picking up another one here. Uzi making NIP really punished on this eco round. Of course, it is an eco round, so you would expect NIP just to be looking for a couple of kills, but
that's
nothing.
it though. They can't do this again. No more ecos.
Yeah.
More ecos, you lose. I mean, they're at the pinnacle now. They're right at the precipice, and they're one step shy of falling straight off of it, because there is no more chance unless they do something with this. They will just lose against Team LDLC. It just is going to happen. So, and Kaylee, oh my goodness, he gets both.
That is not how NIP want to start this round at all. And only 3 members remain, 3 players on NIP. They will pick up their first kill of the round though, and now they look on towards perhaps this slow push on to short. But can they get that next pick? That's the one that evens up the numbers. Get Right gets it. That's what you'd expect from NIP, finding the kills where they need them to, but he gets picked off. Kaylee is having a blinder of a game. Oh, the flank, as you were saying, it Uzi drops. Freiburg is the only member left. Oh my goodness, if you're an NIP fan, it is not a good spot. LDLC.
Oh god, it's looking bad, man.
14-6 up. That's now 10 rounds in a row?
Yeah.
Surely it can't be 10.
And that's why they can buy, because that consecutive money bonus. And yeah, I mean, there's still a chance. Don't count them out until they're done. Don't count, like, you can't do that against NIP, but still, it looks terrible. I mean, the momentum is fully in the swing of LDLC as they power forwards. And a great push there. And this is so smart from LDLC. Freiburg's going to get a return, but Apex, he has to get the hell out of there. He actually manages to retreat more or less unscathed from that. And that push from Apex was incredibly smart.
LDLC are playing out of their minds right now. They've got NIP completely on the back foot. When was the last time you saw NIP go 10 rounds down in a row? But Exist still wants to say something about it. He wants to stay in this game. But, how did he not see him? Maniac managed to pick up Get Right there, and I thought maybe it would have been a mirror kill there. But NIP 2v2 will get the plant here, but LDLC have the health advantage. Exist is incredibly low in tunnels. Freiburg at 100. Health gets dropped. Oh, that's surely NIP's hopes going down in smoke here. As Exist gets dropped, LDLC up to 15 rounds won here.
And Apex had a huge round there, and just to really touch on how awesome the play was, right, like pushing up mid like he did, they know that NIP's money situation is terrible, which means that it's fairly unlikely that anyone from NIP is going to face onto the double doors, because at most he's going to have an AK, and he's probably going to be up against an AWP because the money's so good for LDLC, so he's not going to sit there. So what that means is that Apex can just run up there with relative security, and then they're not going to expect it, but they have such a round buffer to play with, they can take big risks to just shut down NIP, so really smart.
Oh my goodness.
Trying it
Freiburg,
again.
first kill. Is that enough? Get Right does get dropped as Exist picks up Happy. And now Maniac is going to even the numbers again. They've got the AWP on Kaylee. He's watching short. They're waiting for the push. Is he going to go straight into the sights? It was an easy shot for Kaylee onto Exist. And Forest is down to 10 health. It's last chance saloon for NIP against LDLC. He's going to turn the corner. Freiburg picks up the kill. It's 2v2, but look at the health on NIP. Smokes and flashes. Maybe he's going to grant them entry to that B bomb site. But LDLC sat in the smoke. Oh, that is such a rough position for Kaylee to be in. The smoke is going to clear soon, and is he going to be able to get the shot? No, they're going to get all the way onto B bomb site. Have NIP got it in them? Have they got enough left to answer LDLC when it is down to the very last round in this?
And what a comeback it could be, 11 in a row they'd need. So let's see if Freiburg's able to hold on here. They're both really, really low, and in come the nades. And there goes a bit of spam onto the doors. Things are tense now. Oh, good spam, but does he know?
Oh, Freiburg.
Wow.
Can he do it?
Freiburg
saves the game so far. It's still a mountain to climb, as look at the bank that LDLC had from that, but it's still a mountain. It's possible. It's possible for NIP. They just lost 11 rounds.
This is a B spawn, by the way, if I ever saw one. But alas, no quick B rush. Why can't, I mean, maybe that's not done at the tip-top level. Just, oh, we've got B spawn, let's go for it. But this does breathe life into NIP. This really does. And
it's so tense.
But you can't make a mistake. You can't at this point.
But if there's one team that can go flawless here, we've seen it out of NIP.
Yeah.
Can they do it? They've got the health this round. They've already tagged Kaylee and Uzi, so it's a matter of finishing them off. And NIP, this is so tense. I can just feel it bubbling here. Every round now is make or break for NIP, and really they need that kick just to make sure they don't give up any stupid mistakes, because that would be the end of it for them here.
They had an opportunity to go cat. There was no one on the site or cat. It was a perfect opportunity, but they didn't know that. So they backed away. And now they're kind of positioned near for like a B split, 3 on the upper tunnels and 2 through mid. That's what we're going to see now. And let's see if they're going to be able to do it successfully. Uzi, perfect position, waiting for a moment. He's going to drop 2 players with excellent play behind the smoke. And Exist gets a trade, but is it good enough? 2 on 4.
Happy makes the 3rd kill, now turns in through CT. They're on site, but it's a 2v4 and they haven't got the bomb down yet. They're going to hear the arm. And there's a long rotate coming all the way through the side from Maniac. So they're in split focus here. There is, I think that's Fivlaren is waiting in tunnels, does pick off Maniac. And it's slow in through doors and window. Flashes come out. That's a great sprint! Oh my god, Exist again. Oh, NIP. They hold on.
Can you believe it? Amazing 2 versus 4 play. Post plan couldn't have been handled better than that. And with such amazing play, you got to know it's NIP.
Oh my god, NIP. You really are making us just savor this. This 15 rounds in the books for LDLC. All they need is 1 round, but they're on an eco.
Yeah.
And that's a tough spot to be in. And is this the turning of the tides?
I mean, the thing is that LDLC have a lot of rounds to play riskily with. If they want to, because they're not going to have well, it's unlikely to have an AWP unless they sacrifice buying armor on the guy that buys the AWP on the next round. So NIP, they have a lot of ways to play this, but they have to worry about the kind of rifle strats, the rifle aggressions from LDLC. If they can handle that kind of stuff, they're going to be fine.
Now, LDLC pretty much this round playing out as I'd expect, but they've got the bomb down. NIP have on A side. You'd expect that to be pretty easy for them, and that will be Get Right closing out that round. Oh, this is close. I'm saying that a lot, but it really is.
Get Right with the bottom frags there. I know I get crucified for talking about frags.
How often do you see that?
But yeah, that's not so often you would see that indeed.
Exist really saying, who is Get Right? I want some frag montages here. Get me the videos. I want that.
Well, 6 more rounds. That's what they got to do here. And we're on the 25th round right now, and Get Right's going to be sitting in the tunnels. Let's see if he can get anything at all. And it seems to be that they'll probably play this round pretty slow. They have very defensive posturing across the width of the terrace side of Dust 2 at the moment. And there's one guy on the doors, so let's see if... oh, they have a boost on the doors as well, so this could be quite gruesome. Indeed, and Forrest going to get caught out by that double boost there, and that is such a play.
Oh my goodness. And they've even sacrificed helmets in this game, or in this round, to make sure that they had enough money to buy. And Kaylee is going to use that AWP. That was the AWP you talked about. And oh, it's a 2v4 again. The bomb is down. Get Right's going to be able to pick that up. But they aren't in the position they were last time. Last time they were on site with the 2v4. And they're going to line up. Kaylee will get one. Get Right falls. It's all on Fiflaren. He has the health. But does he have the angles here to make sure they can close another round? But LDLC, 4 men strong. All they need is this round. Smokes come through. Fivlaren is going to play this as slow as he likes, but he's running out of time. The time is going to be his worst enemy here. It forces him to try and make the 1v4 play. He gets the first. Can he get any more? He's going to not quite spot Kaylee in time. Kaylee picks it up, and would you believe it? We have what I would say is our first undoubtable upset of the FACEIT CSGO Spring Pro League.
And it was a great game because LDLC, to do that, displayed awesome stuff. We saw great stuff throughout, great fragging from both sides. But LDLC, I mean, it's Dust 2. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless with how well they did there. And I really want to just put into people's thoughts how creative they were with a lot of stuff as well. Like that double boost is actually kind of like a 1.6 thing as well. It's not incredibly common, but the beauty of it as well is that because of the way that they're positioned, you don't, like Forrest, for example, he thinks he's kind of clear of mid, but because they're boosted and they're quite close to the double doors, they're able to see right over, and it's a really nice angle. And if you do that once a match, then that's a good time to do it.
Well, yeah, if there's one round to do it in as well, it's the round that's going to win you the game against a team like NIP, and they had started coming back into it.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, NIP even started that game with the advantage. It would be 11 rounds in a row that LDLC would pick up, and really just that passage of play, NIP just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They were trying to get the kills, but the creativity, the pushing, the different strategies that LDLC brought here really punished NIP. And that there's going to be a lot of happy LDLC fans in chat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to feel.
And this really harkens back to the point that you made previously about the league format. I mean, the fact that it's over in a course of time, maybe there's not as much, like, we must win now, like, you know, severe focus. So the teams with consistency should tend, in theory, to do better. But NIP, you know, not able to pull through on Dust 2 there. And they're going to have to win everything else. They just will have to. I mean, they want to make those finals.
If you look at some of the traditional sports league formats, wins over the expected top teams and the top of the table teams are the difference between those very close games between the teams that are very close as well. And a win like that could put LDLC way, way up there. If they can continue that kind of performance, they have a strong basis. And we talked they were one of our teams to watch out for between Wizards and LDLC. They were the teams that could, and LDLC did in their first game, already shutting down the favorites.
Definitely. They've got to be feeling good about that. And I know the whole French scene is probably reveling in this result. So definitely so great to see strong teams coming out, multiple strong teams coming out from loads of different nationalities. And of course, we also today, just to do a bit of a recap, we did get to see a glimpse of Titan with Kenny S. What? And I mean, maybe it wasn't the best test because maybe Wizards were having a bit of an off day, but we saw a 16-3 result. And if you guys tuned in just now and you've missed any of the matches today, just go to FACEITvods, the YouTube channel, and you will be able to catch up with everything that you missed. The VODs will be going up as quickly as possible, so check that out. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this Titan lineup really means, because I don't think we really saw anything just yet from Titan.
There are so many questions right now.
Many questions.
Titan, how is their new lineup going to play out over weeks when their communication gets better? NIP, can they be as consistent as ever? VP, same. Dignitas, can they continue their hot streak that they're on right now? Wizards, can they repeat the form of the Open qualifier? So much. And we've got so much CSGO action to bring you. And it won't always be us. In fact, in the graphic we played at the beginning, I believe we'll be bringing Tosspot in, we'll bring in Anders, Khan, and many more casters to bring you all of the action. So, I'm sure your favorite casters will be here throughout the tournament. So, we're going to bring you lots of different teams, lots of different casters, all here from the FACEIT studios. And we're bringing you a raffle as well, guys.
Yes, the Flip Knife Fade.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. For subscribers, we're going to have that Flip Knife raffled. I don't know whether that's going to be today or whether it's going to be over the course. It's today. So if you're watching on the VODs, sorry, guys. Make sure you're watching live.
Yeah.
But for those of you that are tuning into us live here for our first broadcast, we have that subscribers raffle for you.
Exactly. And we cannot forget to just mention once again the $20,000 prize pool, which, okay, it's some money. It's great. These teams have something to fight for, but it's crowdsourced money. It's money that came from you guys, kind of. Pretty much came from you guys, because we have the awesome CSGO skins project, and we have some awesome skin designers, such as Ceridian skin got in last time with the P90, and from that P90 we got $20,000 for this tournament. And again, every time I just see on the preview monitor the USPS, I want that. Ceridian doing good work again. So go vote, go to the workshop and go vote for the skins that you want to see in the next cases, because they will help to support future prize pools for great tournaments like that, to fuel amazing evenings in the future of Counter-Strike action like this, where we have 8 teams, which are just some of the world's best.
And those are some fantastic games. We want to thank, of course, eSports Bets, and there's Twitch as well. Twitch, all of our partners that have been working on this. I want to thank you, DDK, for joining me here in the studio. It's been a pleasure. I'm pretty new to CSGO, but hopefully this is the beginning of more and more CSGO.
Definitely. I'm sure you'll have a lot of love on the HLTV forums.
I would hope so, but at least we had a treat of games.
Definitely,
today. Some brilliant games for our inaugural broadcast. And, there's a couple of other little tiny things. I say little. It's a Fiat 500 that you can win by playing on FACEIT. That's not tiny at all. So if you guys aren't signed up to FACEIT, make sure you sign up on FACEIT. There's a load of awesome giveaways and cool prizes to win once you've played on the platform, got your points rolling. So head over to FACEIT, get signed up, get playing, and get prizes.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, I mean, for those of you that are really hungry for competition, that's a great place to go. Get some really good environment, because you get the 128 tick servers, so none of this matchmaking 64 tick business where most of your slots don't reg and everything. So you get good quality servers, you get a community that is definitely a bit more serious, just a bit of a level up from the matchmaking, as well as the fact that there are so many players on there that you will find a bit of everyone, but people come together a bit more and they're all there for the competition, and there's always every night stuff to play. So definitely check it out and see. Give feedback as well. See what you think. Give feedback, because FACEIT is very, very vocal about and very transparent about all the improvements they make, and they want to provide the best service, and you guys can help them to do that. You can help us to make everything better.
And it's a great way of passing time until next week, where the FACEIT CS:GO Pro Series will be back. I don't know whether it'll be us. It may very well be Tosspot. It may very well be
just Tosspot. We're going to clone Tosspot. Can you imagine 2 Tosspots?
We'd be out of a job. I'm just saying. We'd be out of a job.
That's too much tall person in one room.
Yeah, we'd have to shrink the studio a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's one of the things you can tune in for surprises. Who will be bringing you the action?
Yeah, who is going to be there?
Which games are going to be the awesome games brought to you? Because we've got 8 awesome teams. So it's going to be 8 awesome games next week. Wednesday and Thursday we'll be broadcasting as of next week. No games tomorrow. We're bringing you all of them today, but for the next 3 weeks it'll be Wednesday and Thursday that you can find all of the action here from the FACEIT studio.
And then there's going to be 1 week of a break, so you guys can take a breather. You can be like, wow, that was pretty sick. I'm going to go back to doing other things now on a Wednesday and Thursday. And then 30th of June, 1st of May, that's the finals. So mark that in your calendar now so that you don't miss that, because that's what this is all building towards. That's the best moment to be. If you get to pick which days, those are the 2 days. I'm telling you right now. So there you go. And is there anything else we need to add, Stress, before we close this one out?
I think that's it, but you might want to mark it in your calendar to make sure you got the 30th of May and the 1st of June.
I totally did that.
I don't know how we're going to play like our finals tomorrow, but that would be a funny one. Put LDLC in, they beat NIP, but you know, I want to thank everybody for watching, for joining in the chat on the Reddit thread as well. Make sure if you see one of the Reddit threads that you put in comments, because we all love to hear all the feedback and everything like that. So feedback's awesome, guys. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. I think that's actually it for today. So
definitely.
We'll see you next week from the FACEIT studios for more CSGO Spring Pro League action.
See you guys later.